Good morning. Time for my morning walk. Doing it a little bit earlier. I think it's about 7:30. No, but closer to 8, I think, because at 7 it was still dark with this new hour. 49 degrees outside. Where? And I'm in a t-shirt. Oh, yeah. Hey, of course I talk to myself. Sometimes I need expert advice. That's my t-shirt for today, and hello, I'm Dave. And I like to take you on my daily walks and just have a chat about my journey leaving my pity party after almost 5 years. I'm done with it. So this motivates me to get out and do things and trying to get back in better shape after my accident. All right. Oof, it's cold. Had to put on my little beanie cap for keep my bald head warm. It's beautiful out today. I have to walk early, or not early, but yeah, earlier than what I was the past couple of days. We're getting ready to go to the coast. Our daughter's gonna do some surfing with her friends, so we gotta go pick them up and head over. And it's only about a little hour and a half away, and then they'll be able to hit some waves, and I'll just be able to be jealous while they're on the waves and as I bob in the water. But that's still a great thing. Anytime I'm near the water, it's awesome. So I had a person, Charlie, I think his name, I forget. I'm so bad at this. That asked me to talk about some of the things I did in my youth. Well, and he's got a cool channel. He talks about arm wrestling, and he's from the Philippines, but I think he's somewhere in the Middle East working. So which is cool. But yeah, so I would like to get my forearms built, but yeah, he could definitely smoke me. But so it's pretty cool. He's in there, and that reminded me. He said that I should talk about my youth or my younger days, and yeah, why not? And since he's from the Philippines, that reminded me of when I went to visit my sister who was living in the Philippines when I was about 15, 16. Went with my mom. We went to visit her. Her husband was in the Navy, got out of the Navy, and then they went over and they lived there with their 3 children. And they lived in Imus, Cavite. So you can imagine a blonde-haired, blue-eyed guy like myself in my younger, handsome days. Oh yeah, walking around in the Philippines. So I had all the attention of the young ladies. So I was definitely enjoying that. But we went to like the market. What got me, this was back in the early 80s, or almost the mid 80s. Yeah, about that. And like you'd buy a soda, like I bought a Mountain Dew or something, or a Coke from a vendor, and they still use the glass bottles back then. So, but they wouldn't give you the glass bottle with a straw in it. They'd open up like a sandwich bag, pour the soda in the sandwich bag, and then give you the bag with a straw stuck in it, and it tied off it, so it kept semi-closed. I was like, what the heck? I'm drinking soda out of a Ziploc, a sandwich bag. So that was different. That was an experience for me. Really cool. I remember going up to these mountains. They looked like volcanoes. They had these giant butterflies on there, and we got to ride some horses. The horses were a little bit smaller than like the horses back in the States, or the few that I had, seen in my younger days there. And then the market is good. Now the cool thing is, my sister was born in Germany. She spoke fluent German because my mom was German, and she, of course, spoke because she grew up when she was like 12 years old in the States, so she spoke fluent English, but she spoke fluent Tagalog. So we'd go to the market to pick up groceries and stuff, and this is like an open air market. Really cool. And then she started busting out in Tagalog, telling the people that, the price are too high, or negotiating with them and stuff. And then she had her favorite stalls that she would go to. So I thought that was cool. So I got a couple of words that I picked up in Tagalog. Of course, there's the swear words that any kid or teenager will learn quickly. And some of it has a Spanish influence, but it's still different. You can understand some words, but it's a cool language. Like, I remember watching TV and a commercial would come on for San Miguel beer. And it would be like, Walangatapa, San Miguel, right? And I think it's like there's nothing like it, or something like that is what Walangatapa means. It's like nothing else. Correct me if I'm wrong, Charlie, if you see this, or any other Filipinos out there. But then, of course, you learn yes and no, sige, inde. I almost said another word. That was like, bite me. I almost went right to that. But anyway, I'm not going to say that here. Sorry. So I learned a few words there, but I thought it was really cool. One thing, I'm sorry, I can't get really behind or say that I've tried it. My brother-in-law, Caesar, he would eat it all the time. And I love adobo, chicken adobo, pork adobo, beef adobo, any adobo. That's just all next level stuff. That food is good, but I couldn't get behind balut. Like the duck eggs, I believe, the embryos that are in there. No, so sorry. Yeah, but they have some incredible food there. They have a dessert that's mixed up and they put corn in it. That was really good too. And like these little fruit blocks and things. Incredible food. So imagine running around. Oh, and one thing that reminded me about the Philippines is back then, going into Manila, driving in there, they had the main highway going in and out. It was right by the water, so by the harbor, and then the city was off on the one side. That which was like a 3-lane road. I don't want to say highway because it was like the entrance on there, and they had lights. And that would turn into they would make it into like a 5-lane. People would just like expand it, and they didn't worry about the lanes. And then whenever the lights change, you get this buzz of beehive activity in between the cars. Kids would be running out in between cars with their little boxes of candies. These young entrepreneurs would be running out, selling candies, selling bottles of water, juices, everything. And then they had the timing down, because as soon as the light would get ready to change, boom, they'd be gone. I thought that was cool. And I loved the riding in the jeepneys. I think they're banning them now, but the old, the metal Jeep ones where they were elongated and you rode in the back. Well, back then people were still listening to 8-track players. So they would have either the front windshield and the dash there stacked up with 8 tracks or cassettes, and they would play them. And then the hoods, they would all be different, had cool paint jobs on them. And then they also would have these cool like bicycle mirrors. They start in the middle on 2 rows where the bicycle mirrors are facing out, and they go right up the hood and then out, and then they extend out like a V or something. I thought that was the coolest thing. So I even tried to get one of those Japanese key cars from the Philippines, because there's a couple of guys that they convert them from right-hand drive to left-hand drive. They're called surplus, like key trucks or key vans, surplus, and they convert them and then they sell them over there. But they do some really cool custom stuff. But I can't get one that's 25 years or older. And there's a way to get one when they're younger, but there's a lot more involved. Because they sell for, I think, you can get a really nice fixed up one with a cool paint job, like one of those key vans, for about $4,000 to $6,000, depending on what type of mag wheels and things like that. I always thought that'd be a cool little putt-putt around town vehicle. And then you figure another couple grand to ship it, and so you could get it over here. But if it can be done, and you see those things here in the States, some places don't let you register them, but you can drive them around town. Like if it's they treat it like almost like a go-kart, because it has like a 60 or 66 cc motor in it. But yeah, so I had a great time there. And then on the way back from the Philippines, now we got a layover in Hawaii. My mom was like the negotiator and the thing. She worked with the airlines. They're like, we could do a layover here and there. On the way to the Philippines, we had a layover in Tokyo, and I was able to buy my Canon camera. I think I paid 95,000 yen for it at the time, which was like maybe like less than $100. It was cool. So we had but that was like a short layover, just and we bought it in the duty-free shop at the airport in Tokyo. So, you know, I'm a teenager, 15, 16 years old, and I'm in Tokyo, Japan. I'm in the Manila, the Philippines, and Imus, Cavite, and running around. So, and then on the way back, we had another layover, and she finagled. She negotiated with the airport because they had messed up the flight somehow. I don't remember exactly. And we got a 2-day layover in Hawaii, in Honolulu, of all places. And the airport paid for the hotel. And they gave us a per diem for some food, because we weren't really rich. We had to save up the money to go visit my sister, and I think she actually paid for it. So, you know, I'm a young buck. I'm in Hawaii, in Honolulu. This was during the days of Magnum PI. We got to see their helicopter fly over, and they were doing a film shoot somewhere around the town there. It was all blocked off. Didn't see them though. But you know, I'm at the beach, and I'm using a boogie board and stuff. Well, in Honolulu at the Waikiki Beach, I'm pretty sure it is. I think North Shore is where you go surfing. I wasn't, you know, good enough to surf North Shore at that time. I did messed around, putted around back home a little bit with my buddy Murph, but nothing on that level. So we stayed to Waikiki Beach. All the tourists go there. But one thing they don't tell you, I don't know if it's the same, I would imagine it is that the reef is right there. And you're riding the waves and stuff, and you're getting pounded a little bit. But you get all cut up on the reef. My knees were scraped. My feet were all torn up, but I had a great time. I was swimming at Waikiki Beach in Hawaii. I went to the Philippines and back into Tokyo. You know, this is incredible for a young buck like me. So I have really fond memories of the Philippines and of the other places too. So I thought I'd share that with y'all. Just a little trip down memory lane. I like doing that. So thanks. Travels. That'll be the word of the day. Traveling. Where is your fondest memory when you were a child, when you were traveling? Did you go anywhere? Did you just stay in the town or something? That's cool too. Summer vacation or whatever you did. And remember, whenever you put a comment down there, and I thank you for them, you help the algorithm see that people maybe like this. And I hope I'm getting a little bit better as we do this. But sorry. Today's about a 4, except for my neck is about maybe a 7. But anyway, but it helps the algorithm, and then it gets put out. So I thank you for just listening this with me as I walk, and it helps me cut some time out. I got about another 40 some odd minutes worth of my walk. I'm walking an hour. So I thank you, and tomorrow I'll send you another walking video, but probably from Cocoa Beach. All right, we're gonna stay there a day. Take care and God bless.